Now, let's dive into one of the most critical, yet often overlooked pillars of digital marketing, technical SEO. While content and keywords help people find you, technical SEO is what ensures that search engines can actually see and understand your website in the first place. Technical SEO focuses purely on your website's backend structure. Its primary goal: to help search engine bots crawl and index your pages as efficiently as possible. It involves several key technical health checks. Site speed: does your page load in the blink of an eye? Mobile friendliness: is it easy to use on a smartphone? Security: are you using HTTPS to protect your users? Organization: do you have an XML sitemap and a clean URL structure to guide Google through your site? When you get these technical details right, you're doing more than just pleasing an algorithm. You're drastically improving the user experience. A site that is fast, secure, and error-free keeps visitors happy and reduces bounce rates. Finally, remember that a strong technical foundation acts as a safety net. When search engines release new algorithm updates, websites with clean code and high performance are the ones that stay on top. Invest in your backend today, and your search rankings will thank you tomorrow. Now that we've covered content and keywords, let's dive into the engine room of your website, technical SEO. Think of this as the foundation of a house. If it's not solid, it doesn't matter how beautiful the furniture looks, no one will be able to live there safely. The setup tools: first, we start with our primary monitoring tools. Setting up Google Search Console and Bing Webmaster Tools allows the search engines to talk to us. We also integrate Google Analytics and Tag Manager so we can track exactly how users are behaving once they arrive. Site infrastructure: next, we manage how search bots crawl our site. We use Robots.txt to give them directions and XML sitemaps to provide them with a roadmap of our pages. To keep the user experience seamless, we implement permanent redirects for old URLs and create custom 404 pages to guide lost visitors back to our active content. Maintenance and optimization: a healthy site is a fast site. We use minify techniques to shrink our code and run regular page speed tests to ensure we aren't losing visitors to slow loading times. We also proactively find and fix broken links and request the removal of outdated content from the SERP, that's the search engine results page, to keep our brand's presence clean and current. Finally, we never ignore the mobile-friendly test. In a mobile-first world, if your site doesn't work perfectly on a smartphone, it won't rank. Master these factors, and you'll give your content the best possible chance to reach the top. Most beginners in SEO focus 100% of their energy on Google. But if you're ignoring the rest of the search landscape, you're leaving traffic on the table. Today, we're looking at Bing Webmaster Tools, or BWT. Think of Bing Webmaster Tools as a free command center provided by Microsoft. It's designed to help website owners monitor their site's health, troubleshoot indexing issues, and optimize visibility specifically for the Bing search engine. The easiest way to understand BWT is to think of it as the Microsoft equivalent of Google Search Console. The best part: when you optimize for Bing through this tool, you're also improving your rankings on Yahoo and DuckDuckGo, as those engines are powered by Bing's search technology. If you want a truly well-rounded SEO strategy, getting your site verified here is a non-negotiable step. Let's dive into how to set it up. Now that we've covered Google Search Console, let's talk about its essential counterpart, Bing Webmaster Tools. While many focus solely on Google, Bing powers a significant portion of search traffic, especially in corporate environments. The primary purpose of this tool is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how your site lives on the Bing network. By using it, you can monitor performance, see exactly which keywords are bringing users to your site from Bing. Troubleshoot. Use the built-in SEO analyzer to find and fix technical errors. Drive growth. Improve your rankings to capture that untapped organic traffic. Control indexing. Don't wait for Bing to find you, manually submit your newest pages to ensure they show up in search results immediately. If you aren't using Bing Webmaster Tools, you're leaving money on the table. Think of this as your command center for Bing SEO. The goal here isn't just to be on the web, it's to dominate. We use these tools to fix critical SEO issues that might be dragging your rankings down. By submitting your sitemaps and individual pages directly, you're ensuring Bing's crawlers see your best content first. Remember, higher visibility on Bing leads to more organic traffic and, ultimately, more conversions. It's a free, powerful resource that every digital marketer in this room should be utilizing. While many marketers focus solely on Google, savvy digital marketers know the value of diversifying their traffic. Today, we're looking at Bing Webmaster Tools, a powerful, and often underrated, platform for optimizing your site's presence on Microsoft's search engine.it is a completely free SEO monitoring tool. By integrating your site, you gain direct insight into how Bing sees your content, which is the first step toward improving your organic traffic from the millions of users on the Microsoft network. The platform offers comprehensive website performance reports and SEO issue detection. It doesn't just tell you something is wrong, it helps you find the specific technical hurdles, like broken links or crawl errors, that might be holding your rankings back. For your content strategy, you have access to a robust keyword research tool and detailed backlink analysis. These features allow you to see what's driving interest and who is citing your work, helping you build a more authoritative online profile. User experience and security. Lastly, Bing prioritizes the user experience. You'll get page speed and SEO reports to ensure your site is fast and mobile-friendly, alongside malware and security alerts to keep your site safe. If you've just launched a new page, the URL inspection tool is your best friend for getting the content indexed and visible as quickly as possible. If you aren't using Bing Webmaster Tools, you're leaving traffic on the table. Let's dive into how to set up your account. Now that we've covered Google, let's pivot to a platform that is increasingly capturing market share, Bing. While many SEO principles carry over, Bing has its own unique personality. To win here, you need to follow a specific roadmap. First things first, the absolute must-do is setting up your Bing Webmaster Tools. Think of this as your direct line of communication with the search engine. Once that's live, focus on keyword optimization. Unlike Google, which is heavily intent-based, Bing still places a high value on exact keyword matches in your titles, meta descriptions, and on-page content. As the slide says, Bing loves clarity. Technical and trust signals. Beyond the text, we have to look at the health of the site. This means optimizing your images and media with proper alt text, ensuring your security and trust signals, like HTTPS, are solid, and keeping your content fresh. Bing is also very observant of how your site performs. Website performance and UX aren't just nice-to-haves, they are core ranking factors. Advanced factors for 2026. Moving to the right side of our checklist, notice the emphasis on schema markup. Especially as we move through 2026, structured data helps Bing's AI understand your context better than ever. We also see a massive push for voice search and local SEO. If you're a local business, Bing is a goldmine because it powers search for various third-party devices and automotive systems. Finally, remember that when it comes to backlinks, Bing prioritizes quality over quantity. A few links from high authority, trusted sites will beat 1,000 low-quality links every time. Keep a close eye on your analytics, track your progress, and you'll see that optimizing for Bing is a powerful way to capture the traffic your competitors are likely ignoring. Moving on to a crucial element of website maintenance and SEO, the permanent redirect, also known as the 301 redirect. Think of a 301 redirect like a change of address form you'd file at the post office. It's a status code sent by a web server to a browser, telling both search engines and users that the page they are looking for has moved permanently to a new URL. When someone clicks an old link, they are automatically whisked away to the new destination without even realizing it. Why is this so important for your digital marketing strategy? There are 4 key reasons. First, it preserves your SEO rankings. You've worked hard to build authority and link juice for your pages. A 301 redirect ensures that 90% to 99% of that ranking power carries over to the new URL. Second, it helps you avoid the dreaded 404 error. Nothing kills a user's experience faster than a page not found message. This keeps your site professional and functional. Third, it seamlessly transfers traffic. Whether your visitors are coming from an old bookmark or a social media post, they'll always land on the right content. And finally, it keeps search engines in the loop. It signals to Google and Bing that they should update their index and stop showing the old URL in search results. 301 redirects are the silent heroes of site migrations and URL updates, keeping your SEO healthy and your users happy. Let's talk about one of the most important tools in your SEO survival kit, the 301 redirect. Think of this as the digital equivalent of a change of address form you'd file at the post office. When to use a 301 redirect? So, when do we actually use them? There are 4 main scenarios: website or page URL changes. If you're cleaning up your URL structure for better SEO, you don't want users hitting a 404 error. Domain changes. If your brand rebrands from .net to .com, a 301 tells Google your new home. Duplicate pages. if you have two pages competing for the same keywords, you can merge them and redirect the weaker one to the stronger one. The goal here is simple: permanent relocation. You're telling search engines that the SEO juice or authority from the old link should now flow to the new one. How to check redirects. Now, once you've set these up, you must verify they are working correctly. You don't want a redirect loop that crashes the site. Here are the professional tools we use. Google Search Console, your first stop for checking how Google sees your pages. Screaming Frog, this is a powerhouse for auditing entire sites at once to find broken redirects. Ahrefs, perfect for tracking how your backlink profile is affected by a move. Redirect Checker Tools, there are plenty of free browser extensions and web tools for a quick, one-off check. A 301 redirect is permanent. Use it wisely to keep your user experience seamless and your SEO rankings intact. When you move a web page permanently, you don't want to lose all the hard work you put into your SEO. That's where the 301 redirect comes in. Think of a 301 redirect as a change of address form for the internet. It tells search engines like Google and Bing that your content has moved for good. Here is how search engines handle this transition. First, the old URL is removed from the search index so users don't land on broken links. Next, the new URL is indexed, allowing it to appear in search results immediately. But the most important part for digital marketers: SEO authority is transferred. This means the link juice and ranking power of your old page are passed directly to the new one, protecting your traffic. While a 302 redirect is just a temporary detour, search engines prefer the 301 for permanent changes. Use it to keep your site's authority strong and your user experience seamless. Next, let's dive into a crucial aspect of technical SEO and user experience: custom 404 redirections. As digital marketers, our goal is to keep users on our site, even when they hit a dead end. What exactly do we mean by a custom 404 redirection? It's not just about showing a page not found message. It's about strategy. First, it involves redirecting important broken URLs to relevant, live pages so the user journey continues seamlessly. Second, we must be careful to keep the 404 status for truly missing pages. This tells search engines the page is gone for a reason. Done correctly, this process is vital for avoiding SEO loss and preserving your site's link juice or authority. But when should you actually implement a custom 404 redirect? There are four main scenarios you'll encounter. Deleted pages. If you've removed a product or a blog post that used to get traffic, don't let that link go to waste. URL structure changes. If you've updated your site's hierarchy or permalinks, redirects ensure your old links still work. Common typo URLs. If users frequently mistype a specific URL, you can proactively redirect those typos to the correct page. Expired campaign pages. Once a seasonal promotion or a specific ad campaign ends, redirect that traffic back to your homepage or a new offer. By mastering these redirections, you ensure that even if a broken link becomes an opportunity to provide value to your audience. Let's look at how to set these up in your CMS. Now, let's dive into one of the most foundational elements of technical SEO, the robots.txt file. If your website is a building, think of this file as the security guard at the front door holding a guest list. Robots.txt is a simple plaintext file. Its primary job is to communicate with search engine bots, like Google spiders, telling them exactly which parts of your site they are allowed to crawl and which sections they should stay away from. File location. It's important to note the placement. For a search engine to find these instructions, the file must be located at the root directory of your domain. You can usually find yours by typing your website.com/robots.txt into your browser. There are four main reasons. First, it controls crawling. You get to dictate the flow of traffic from bots. Second, it saves your crawl budget. Google only spends a limited amount of time on your site. You don't want it wasting time on unimportant pages. Third, it blocks unwanted content. This is perfect for hiding staging sites, private admin folders, or login pages. And finally, it improves overall SEO efficiency. By guiding bots toward your high-value content, you ensure your best pages get indexed faster. Mastering this file is the first step in ensuring your website is search engine friendly from the ground up. Next, we'll look at how to actually write the code for one. Now, let's dive into one of the most fundamental files for technical SEO, the robots.txt file. Think of this as the gatekeeper or the instruction manual for search engine crawlers that we start with the user agent. By using an asterisk symbol, we are talking to every search engine bot out there, Googlebot, Bingbot, and others. When you see disallow, followed by nothing, it means the door is wide open. This tells bots, you have my permission to crawl every single page on this website. While this is the default, it's not always the most efficient for your SEO. This brings us to a crucial part of your strategy. What should you block? You don't want to waste your crawl budget on pages that don't help you rank. For example, /wp-admin/, this is your backend. Bots have no business being in your login area. Chart and /code, these are functional pages for users, not content for search results. /thank you/. You want to track conversions here, but you don't want these pages appearing in a Google search. By properly configuring your robots.txt, you ensure that Google spends its time indexing your high-value content instead of your private or administrative folders. It's a small file, but it makes a massive impact on your site's visibility. Alright class, now that we understand what a robots.txt file is, let's talk about how to actually test it and what a professional setup looks like in the real world. Section 1, How to test robots.txt. First, you never want to just hope your code is working. You need to verify it. There are 3 main ways to do this. Google Search Console, this is the gold standard. Use the Robots Testing tool to see exactly how Googlebot views your site. It will highlight any syntax errors or accidental blocks. Bing Webmaster Tools, don't forget Bing. They offer a similar validator to ensure your site is accessible to their crawlers. Manual browser test, this is the quickest way. Just type your domain followed by /robots.txt, for example, yoursite.com/robots.txt. If it loads and looks correct, you're alive. Section 2, Sample SEO-friendly WordPress setup. Now, look at the example on the screen. If you are running a WordPress site, this is a very standard, SEO-friendly configuration. Let's break down why. User agent, * means these rules apply to all search engines. Disallow WP-admin and WP-login. We block these because there is no reason for a search engine to index your login page or your backend dashboard. It's a waste of the crawl budget. The allow line, notice we specifically allow the admin ajax.php file. This is crucial because many modern WordPress themes and plugins need this file to function correctly on the front end. The sitemap, finally, always include the direct link to your XML sitemap at the bottom. This acts like a roadmap, telling the bots exactly where to find your best content. Mastering these small technical details is what separates a basic website owner from a professional SEO specialist. Let's move on to how we can customize these rules for e-commerce sites. Alright class, let's move on to a critical technical SEO step, XML sitemap submission. If you want search engines to navigate your website effectively, this is your roadmap. Think of an XML sitemap as a specialized file, written in a language search engines love, that acts as a directory for your entire site. It communicates 4 vital pieces of information to bots like Googlebot. First, it shows which pages actually exist. You don't want to leave it to chance. The sitemap ensures every nook and cranny of your site is discovered. Second, it highlights which pages are important. By organizing your URLs, you're signaling to the search engine which content holds the most value. Third, it tracks freshness. It tells the engine exactly when a page was last updated. This prompts bots to recrawl your site more often when you add new content. Finally, the end goal, improving SEO efficiency. Instead of a bot wandering aimlessly through your links, it has a direct path to follow, which speeds up indexing. As you can see on the screen, the standard format usually looks like this: https://yourdomain.com/sitemap.xml. Once this file is generated, our next step will be to submit this exact link into Google Search Console. Keep this image in mind: a sitemap isn't for your users to look at, it's a private conversation between your website and the search engine to make sure you get found. Now, let's dive into one of the most critical technical elements of SEO, the XML sitemap. Think of this as a digital roadmap that you provide directly to search engines. While users navigate your site via menus and buttons, search engine bots, like Googlebot, use XML sitemaps to understand your site structure. But why exactly is this so important for your SEO strategy? Faster indexing and visibility. First, it allows for faster indexing of new pages. Instead of waiting for a bot to stumble upon a new blog post, the sitemap tells them exactly where it is. This helps Google find all your important URLs in one go, ensuring no high-value content gets missed. Large sites and internal linking. For those of you managing large websites or e-commerce stores with thousands of products, a sitemap is non-negotiable. It's also a lifesaver for sites with weak internal linking, as it ensures pages aren't left orphaned or hidden from search crawlers. If you are launching a brand new website with few external backlinks, the sitemap is your primary way of saying, "Hey, I'm here." Ultimately, it improves crawl efficiency, ensuring Google spends its crawl budget on the pages that actually matter. If you want to be found, you have to be easy to follow. Ensure your XML sitemap is submitted to Google Search Console as a priority. Have you ever updated a page on your website, or even deleted it entirely, but when you search for it on Google, the old title or a broken link still shows up? This is a common headache in SEO, and today we're talking about how to fix it by removing outdated content from SERPs. What is outdated content removal? At its core, removing outdated content is the process of telling Google, "Hey, the information you have in your index is no longer accurate." Specifically, we use this tool to wipe away the old, remove pages that are incorrect, sensitive, or have been deleted but are still lingering in search results. Force an update. If you've changed a page's title or description and Google is still showing the cached or old version, this process pushes the search engine to refresh that snippet so users see the most current info immediately. The three main types of removal. When managing your presence on the search engine results page, or SERP, you generally have three main options depending on your goal. Temporary removal. This is your emergency brake. It hides a URL from Google search results for about 6 months. It's perfect if you need to take a page down quickly to fix a legal issue or a major error. Permanent removal. This is for when the content is gone for good. By using specific tags like noindex or removing the page and returning a 404 error, you tell Google to drop this link from its database forever. Cache or snippet update. Sometimes the page is fine, but the preview Google shows is wrong. This option clears the old cached copy and the text snippet, forcing Google to recrawl the page and show the new content. Let's talk about search engine results pages, or SERPs. Most of our time in SEO is spent trying to get content onto Google, but knowing when to remove it is just as critical for maintaining your brand's reputation and user experience. Broken links and outdated data. If you've deleted a page and it's returning a 404 or 410 error, you don't want users clicking that link only to find a dead end. Similarly, if your content is outdated, incorrect, or showing old offers and expired pricing, you're creating a trust gap with your audience. Technically, if a URL has changed, you need to ensure the old version isn't cluttering the results. More urgently, if sensitive or private information has accidentally become visible, removing that from the SERP is a top priority for security and compliance. Finally, we often see cases where you've updated your site, but Google is still showing the old title or meta description in the snippet. In these instances, we use removal or reindexing tools to force the SERP to reflect the most current, accurate version of our brand. A clean SERP presence is a professional one. Now, let's look at the specific tools, like Google Search Console, that we use to make these removals happen. It's a hyperlink that, when clicked, fails to lead the user to the intended destination. This usually results in a few specific status codes, 404 not found, the most common one. The page simply doesn't exist anymore. 410 gone, this tells search engines the page is permanently removed. 5xx server errors, these indicate that the server itself hit a snag trying to load the page. Users get frustrated when they can't find what they're looking for, and search engine crawlers stop in their tracks, which can negatively impact your site's ranking. Section 3, How to find them. We use these two industry standard methods, Google Search Console. Navigate to the Pages section and look for Not Indexed. Here, you can specifically filter for 404 errors that Google has encountered while crawling your site. Screaming Frog SEO Spider, this is a powerful desktop tool. You can crawl your entire website and use the Response Codes tab to filter for any 4xx or 5xx errors in bulk. Identifying these errors is the first step to a healthy website. In our next segment, we'll talk about how to implement 301 redirects to fix these dead ends for good. Next, let's dive into a critical aspect of technical SEO that can quietly hurt your site's performance, broken links. These are essentially dead ends on the internet that lead users to a 404 error page. Defining internal broken links, the first type we need to master is internal broken links. As the name suggests, these are links on your website that point to other pages on your own domain, pages that unfortunately no longer exist. Look at the example on the slide. Imagine you had a dedicated page /services SEO. If you decide to delete that page or change its URL without setting up a redirect, any old links pointing to it become broken. It's like giving someone directions to a building that's been torn down. Impact on user experience and SEO. For one, it creates a frustrating user experience. But for SEO, it's even worse, it wastes the crawl budget. When search engine bots hit these dead ends, they stop crawling your site efficiently, which can negatively impact your rankings. As digital marketers, it is our job to regularly audit our sites to find and fix these gaps. Minification. Put simply, minification is the process of stripping away everything from your website's code that isn't strictly necessary for the computer to read. It's about making your files as lean as possible. When developers write code, they use formatting to make it readable for humans. But servers don't need that. During minification, we remove extra spaces and indentations. Line breaks that separate sections. Developer comments that explain how the code works. And any unused code or redundant data. Why does this matter for digital marketing? Smaller file sizes mean faster load times. Faster load times lead to a better user experience, lower bounce rates, and a significant boost in your Google search rankings. By minifying your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, you're ensuring your site is a high-performance machine that keeps users engaged. It's a small technical change with a massive impact on your conversion rates. Now that we understand why site speed is a critical ranking factor for SEO, let's look at one of the most effective ways to achieve it, minification. There are 4 primary types you need to know. HTML minification. First, we have HTML minify. This process strips away unnecessary line breaks and developer comments from the code. By slimming down the page structure, we significantly improve the initial page load time for your users. CSS minification. Next is CSS minify. This focuses on your design files. By compressing style sheets and combining multiple CSS files into one, we reduce the number of requests a browser has to make, making your site feel much snappier. JavaScript minification. Then, there is JavaScript minify. This compresses the scripts that power your site's interactivity. Crucially, this reduces render blocking, which ensures your content appears on the screen without waiting for heavy scripts to finish loading. Inline minification. Finally, we use inline minification. This targets the CSS and JavaScript that is written directly inside your HTML files. It ensures that every single line of code on the page, whether external or internal, is as lean as possible. By implementing these 4 types of minification, you reduce file sizes, lower bounce rates, and provide a better experience for both users and search engines. Let's look at some tools to help you automate this. Alright class, let's talk about a critical element of SEO that often gets overlooked, page speed. Think about it, when you click a link and it takes forever to load, what do? You leave. That's why the Google Page Speed Test is an essential tool in your digital marketing kit. Simply put, a page speed test measures how quickly your content appears on a screen. But remember, Google doesn't just look at your desktop site, it measures performance across mobile and desktop devices separately. So, why should we care about a few milliseconds? Here are 5 reasons it's vital for your strategy. Google ranking factor. Speed is a direct signal Google uses to rank your site. Slow sites get buried. User experience. Happy users stay longer. Frustrated users click away. Lower bounce rate. If the page loads fast, people are more likely to stick around and explore. Higher conversions. Every second of delay can cost you money. Faster pages lead to more sales and signups. Mobile performance. With most traffic coming from phones, optimizing for mobile speed is no longer optional, it's a necessity. If you want your SEO strategy to succeed, you have to start with a fast foundation. Before our next session, I want you to run your own website through Google's Page Speed Insights and see where you stand. Let's get to work. In digital marketing, speed isn't just a luxury, it's a ranking factor. Research shows that if a page takes longer than 3 seconds to load, over half of your visitors will simply give up and leave. That's lost revenue. So, how do we fix it? Let's look at the primary solutions for improving page speed. First up, image compression. High-resolution photos are beautiful, but they are heavy. By switching to modern formats like WebP, you can maintain high quality while significantly reducing file size. It's the easiest win for any website. Next, we need to minify CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. This sounds technical, but it's essentially cleaning your code, removing unnecessary spaces, comments, and formatting so the browser can read the file much faster. Point 3, caching and CDN. Then, we look at delivery. Enabling caching allows returning visitors to store parts of your site locally so they don't have to download everything twice. Pair that with a CDN, Content Delivery Network, which serves your site from a server physically closest to the user, and you'll see a massive drop in latency. Point 4, plugins and hosting. We also need to be lean. Reduce your plugins. Every extra plugin adds more code for the site to process. If you've trimmed the fat and it's still slow, it might be time for faster hosting. You can't run a race car on a lawnmower engine, your server infrastructure matters. Point 5, lazy loading. Finally, there's lazy loading. This tells the browser to only load images or videos as the user scrolls down to them, rather than loading the whole page at once. This makes the initial load feel instant. In digital marketing, speed isn't just a luxury, it's a ranking factor. Research shows that if a page takes longer than 3 seconds to load, over half of your visitors will simply give up and leave. That's lost revenue. So, how do we fix it? Let's look at the primary solutions for improving page speed. First up, image compression. High-resolution photos are beautiful, but they are heavy. By switching to modern formats like WebP, you can maintain high quality while significantly reducing file size. It's the easiest win for any website. Next, we need to minify CSS, JavaScript, and HTML. This sounds technical, but it's essentially cleaning your code, removing unnecessary spaces, comments, and formatting so the browser can read the file much faster. Point 3, caching and CDN. Then, we look at delivery. Enabling caching allows returning visitors to store parts of your site locally so they don't have to download everything twice. Pair that with a CDN, Content Delivery Network, which serves your site from a server physically closest to the user, and you'll see a massive drop in latency. Point 4, plugins and hosting. We also need to be lean. Reduce your plugins. Every extra plugin adds more code for the site to process. If you've trimmed the fat and it's still slow, it might be time for faster hosting. You can't run a race car on a lawnmower engine, your server infrastructure matters. Point 5, lazy loading. Finally, there's lazy loading. This tells the browser to only load images or videos as the user scrolls down to them, rather than loading the whole page at once. This makes the initial load feel instant. Now, let's talk about one of the most critical factors in modern SEO and user experience, mobile optimization. Since most web traffic now happens on smartphones, Google prioritizes sites that work seamlessly on small screens. To help us audit our pages, Google provides a dedicated mobile-friendly test tool. You can access it directly at the URL shown on the screen, search.google.com/test/mobile-friendly. It's a free, essential resource for every digital marketer's toolkit. So, what exactly is Google looking for when it crawls your site? The tool focuses on 5 key areas: text readability. It checks if your font is large enough to read without the user needing to pinch and zoom. Button spacing. It ensures links and buttons aren't too close together, preventing what we call fat finger errors. Screen fit. Does your content bleed off the edges, or does it scale perfectly to the width of the device? Viewport settings. It looks at your underlying code to see if you've instructed the browser how to adjust the page's dimensions. Mobile usability. Finally, it flags any specific errors that might frustrate a mobile visitor. A site that isn't mobile-friendly won't just frustrate your customers, it will actually rank lower in search results. Before you launch any new page, make sure it passes this test. Now that we've covered the fundamentals of traffic generation, let's talk about how we actually measure success. In digital marketing, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. This is where web analytics tools come into play. To start, we have Screaming Frog. This is a powerful desktop tool used primarily for SEO audits to crawl your site and find technical issues like broken links or missing tags. Next is Google Looker Studio. This is your command center. It allows us to take raw data from different sources and turn them into beautiful, easy-to-read visual reports for our clients. For search-specific data, we use Bing Webmaster Tools, often overlooked but vital for capturing that non-Google search traffic. Then there's SEMrush, the Swiss Army knife of digital marketing. We use this for everything from keyword research to spying on our competitors' strategies. To ensure our site is actually fast enough to keep users engaged, we rely on the Google Page Speed Test to find and fix performance bottlenecks. If you are managing a physical business, Bright Local is our go-to for tracking local rankings and managing reputation. Finally, we have Hotjar. This is where it gets interesting. Hotjar gives us heat maps and session recordings, literally showing us where users click and where they get stuck on our pages. By combining these tools, we move from guessing to knowing. Let's take a closer look at how to set up your first Looker Studio dashboard. Hello everyone. Today we're diving into one of the most essential tools in a digital marketer's toolkit, Screaming Frog. Think of Screaming Frog as a website crawling tool. Just like a Google search engine bot, it scans every single page of a website to see what's happening under the hood. Why do we use it? Well, its primary benefit is improving technical SEO. By identifying hidden issues, it helps websites rank much better on Google. It's a massive time saver for SEO audits and is considered an essential must-have for anyone specializing in on-page and technical SEO. So, what exactly does it do during a crawl? It acts like a site-wide health check. It finds broken links, those frustrating 404 errors that hurt user experience. Checks title tags, meta descriptions, and heading tags to ensure they are optimized. Identifies duplicate content so you don't get penalized by search engines. And it audits redirects, canonical tags, and page depth to ensure the site architecture is sound. Let's look at a quick example. Imagine you are managing a large website with 500 pages. Checking each page manually would take days. With Screaming Frog, you can see in just a few minutes exactly which pages are missing meta titles or which ones have duplicate content. It gives you a clear, to-do list to make the site perfect. Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into a tool that will save you hours of manual work and make your marketing results look incredibly professional, Google Looker Studio. In simple terms, Looker Studio is a powerful data visualization tool. Instead of looking at boring spreadsheets, you use it to create beautiful, easy-to-read reports and dashboards. Why do we use it? Well, there are 4 major benefits. It makes reporting for your clients and management effortless. It saves you massive amounts of time because you aren't copying and pasting data every week. It helps you make data-driven decisions by showing you exactly what's working. And the best part? You can build professional reports without knowing a single line of code. Welcome, everyone. Today we're diving into a tool that will save you hours of manual work and make your marketing results look incredibly professional, Google Looker Studio. In simple terms, Looker Studio is a powerful data visualization tool. Instead of looking at boring spreadsheets, you use it to create beautiful, easy-to-read reports and dashboards. Why do we use it? Well, there are 4 major benefits. It makes reporting for your clients and management effortless. It saves you massive amounts of time because you aren't copying and pasting data every week. It helps you make data-driven decisions by showing you exactly what's working. And the best part? You can build professional reports without knowing a single line of code. We are diving into one of the most powerful tools in a digital marketer's arsenal, SEMrush. Often described as an all-in-one marketing tool, SEMrush is a premium platform specifically designed to help professionals navigate the complexities of SEO, PPC, and competitor research. Whether you are managing a small blog or a large-scale agency, this tool is built to provide the data-driven insights you need to stay ahead. The core benefits. So, why do we use it? The benefits are quite clear. First, it provides strong competitor insights, allowing you to see exactly what others in your niche are doing. It enables better keyword targeting, ensuring you aren't just guessing what people are searching for, but targeting terms that actually drive traffic. By using this data, you can significantly improve your SEO and paid ad strategies. Ultimately, it is considered an essential tool for any serious digital marketing professional or agency looking to deliver measurable results. Functionality. What it does. Let's look at the specific features. When you log into SEMrush, you have access to a massive suite of capabilities. Keyword research. You can see search volume and keyword difficulty, which tells you how hard it will be to rank for a specific term. Competitor analysis. You can pull back the curtain on any website's traffic. Backlink analysis. This helps you understand who is linking to you and your competitors, which is vital for building authority. SEO audit and content gap analysis. It scans your site for technical issues and identifies topics your competitors are covering that you might have missed. Google Ads research. It even lets you peek at the paid ad copies and budgets of your competition. One of the most essential tools in your SEO toolkit, Google Page Speed Insights. In digital marketing, speed isn't just a luxury, it's a ranking factor. This tool analyzes how your website performs on both mobile and desktop devices, giving you a clear picture of how users experience your site. Why should we care about this? Because the benefits are direct and impactful. First, it leads to faster website performance, which keeps users happy. This creates a better user experience, and as we know, a happy user is more likely to convert. From an SEO perspective, Google prioritizes fast sites, so it directly improves your SEO rankings. And finally, by reducing load times, you significantly reduce your bounce rate, preventing potential customers from leaving before your page even loads. So, what does Page Speed Insights actually do? It goes beyond a simple timer. It measures specific page load speeds and checks your core web vitals. These are critical metrics like LCP, largest contentful paint, CLS, cumulative layout shift, and INP, interaction to next paint, which measure loading, stability, and responsiveness. The best part? It doesn't just tell you what's wrong, it gives you specific optimization suggestions. For example, if the tool detects that your site is loading slowly, it might suggest image compression to shrink file sizes or code minification to remove unnecessary characters from your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. By following these recommendations, you're not just chasing a high score, you're building a high-performing business asset. One of the most essential tools in any local marketer's toolkit, BrightLocal. As you can see here, BrightLocal is a specialized platform designed specifically for local SEO and citation management. If you are running a business with a physical storefront or a specific service area, this is a game changer. Why do we use it? Well, the benefits are clear. First, it dramatically improves your local visibility, ensuring you show up when people search nearby. This leads directly to an increase in walk-in leads, people actually showing up at your door. It also helps you manage business reviews across multiple platforms in one place. Essentially, it is the perfect solution for any local business looking to dominate their neighborhood market. Now, let's look at what it actually does on a technical level. BrightLocal handles the heavy lifting of local SEO by tracking Google Business Profile rankings, formerly Google My Business, so you know exactly where you stand in the map pack. Managing local citations, which means it keeps your NAP, name, address, and phone number, consistent across the entire web. Consistency is a huge ranking factor. It also monitors your reputation and performs comprehensive local SEO audits to find gaps in your strategy. To give you a real-world example, imagine you own a local hair salon. You would use BrightLocal to track how often you appear in the top 3 results when someone nearby types, "best salon near me," into Google Maps. If you aren't in the top 3, the tool tells you exactly what you need to fix to get there. Next, let's talk about a powerhouse tool in the world of conversion rate optimization, or CRO, Hotjar. While tools like Google Analytics tell you what is happening on your site, Hotjar is designed to show you the why by capturing real user behavior. So, why do digital marketers love it? First, it significantly improves conversion rates by highlighting where users are getting stuck. It helps us understand user pain points, those moments of frustration we might otherwise miss. By seeing how people actually move through your site, you can optimize your website design based on evidence, not just guesswork. Ultimately, it's the backbone for making informed UX and CRO decisions. But how does it actually work? Hotjar provides 4 primary features to give us that behind-the-scenes look. Heat maps are perhaps the most famous feature. They show you exactly where users are clicking, moving their mice, and how far down the page they are scrolling. Session recordings allow you to watch a playback of a real visitor's journey, seeing exactly where they hesitated or why they left. You can also gather direct feedback in surveys, asking users what they think while they are still on the page. And finally, funnel analysis helps you see at which stage of the buying process your customers are dropping off.